For my namesake tonight.
Oh, I think this is a massive opportunity for him. I know he's 26 years old, doggy, but it's a coronation opportunity for him. Last year, who finished second in the MVP voting? It was SGA. Who do we think is going to win it this year? We think SGA is. Even though the award hasn't came out yet, who dominated with a historical performance in Game 1 with 44 and 22 rebounds? I think this is a moment in time where SGA can dethrone Jokic. To me, I've said this multiple times throughout the course of the year. I think SGA is the MVP, but I think Jokic is the best player in the game. And this is a moment in time where I want to see SGA turn into a postseason player. I know what he does in the regular season. We've seen this happen multiple times. This is a team that won 68 regular season games. How many teams have come close to winning 70 regular season games? I've seen it. What has he talked about the whole year? He's talked about this moment. Now, I know one man can't be five, but I do think it's coronation or cap, because I'm ready now to see you have the team, you have the pieces, you have the willpower, and you have all the tools. It's time to show up in the postseason when it matters the most.
Yeah, listen, I would agree with that. Some made his free throws, made a couple of big baskets. They lost that game the other night. I mean, they had a 9-point lead with 4 minutes to go in the game, 113 to 104. They lost that game the other night because that coach did a horrific job with those fouls. Horrific. How do you foul when Jokic is on the bench? How do you foul when you're up 3 to give him 2 free throws? You can't, and come on. I mean, geez, we've seen some bad coaching in this postseason so far. That was horrendous. Well, we're going to look at it. Look at what? You don't foul in that spot. You did it twice with 12 seconds to go. That's point number 1. Point number 2, Holmgren, you got to make your free throws, okay? You know, we can do all the commercials you want. Make the free throws. He's got a 1-point lead with 4 seconds to go, and he missed both free throws. That that cannot happen under any circumstances. And here's the thing about OKC that's very worrisome. Unlike the Celtics to me, I think the Celtics will figure it out because they got that, as Stevie said before, they've been a championship team. Here's the thing that worries you about Oklahoma City. They beat a horrendous Memphis team, and last year they won 6 playoff games and were awful against Dallas. I think they are a little bit of a regular season team too. I don't know who their second greatest player is. And Denver right now, they got a little spark. That Malone firing did something. They got out of that Clipper series. That basket they got in Game 4 with the alley-oop on the dunk with no time to go. Yeah. They're down all the... And this is a championship team. They won 2 years ago. Jay is 100% right. He is so good, Jokic, it's mind-boggling. Murray's good. Gordon's underrated. Westbrook's giving him a little something. I think OKC's in big trouble in this series because Denver knows how to win a title, and Oklahoma City has not shown that they can do that yet. So because of that, I don't put it on SGA. I put it on the franchise. They need to win a series more so than SGA does. I don't think it's his fault. I think it's the team's fault if they lose. Stevie?
I don't think there's any misinformation either of you are putting out. There's nothing that you said that is wrong. I just think y'all are missing the focus. SGA is averaging over 28 points per game in five postseason games. The other night, this is a team that collectively shot better than 80. To go to the reigning executive of the year in Sam Presti. This man, Doggy, is exceptional when it comes to accumulating picks, assets, and obviously players. But I want to ask Oklahoma City ownership and one of the best fan bases in America, when is the door going to get closed? Remember the movie Glengarry Glen Ross, y'all? Always be closing. Close the deal. The one thing Sam Presti hasn't done is closed the deal. Let me throw it by y'all who he's had on his roster over the years, spanning a decade and a half. Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, both league MVPs. James Harden, another league MVP. Remember Serge Ibaka. Remember Reggie Jackson. Remember Victor Oladipo. Paul George. Carmelo Anthony. This man has had player after player after player, and he has done everything but won a championship. And why would that be? Is it possible that it could be the coaching? I'm not casting aspersions. Scott Brooks was a damn good coach. Took him to the finals in 2012. Okay, Billy Donovan won back-to-back national championships in Florida, but not so much in the NBA. And now we have Daigneault. In each scenario, when looking at those teams, although they were all damn good coaches who are highly respected, there has been times, and you know this, Jay, there were times where we looked at their roster and we said, did you need to tweak something? Maybe you needed to have a different man at the helm for that particular roster that you had available. All I'm trying to say is that if it's anybody else, and this is why I bring this up, Sam Presti obviously is exceptional. You want somebody like him overseeing your organization. My issue is, there is such a thing as getting comfortable with competing and being in the mix, understanding that you don't necessarily have to close, where you don't prioritize closing the deal. Because as long as we're in the mix, and as long as we're challenging, and as long as we're pushing, and as long as we're competing, and we're a part of the conversation, I've done my job. Well, maybe, just maybe, all right, if you had somebody that was more experienced, you don't have the error like you had the other night. Or you're not thinking that a thin Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein is enough to go against the girth, not only that Jokic brings to the table, but Aaron Gordon, who had 22 and 14. We got to look at that. When you're running basketball operations, it ain't just about the players you pick. It's about the coaches you choose to coach them to. All I'm trying to say is that Sam Presti has been at the helm for over 17 years, and he's had championship rosters at least 7 or 8 times, and not one ring to show for it. That's where I'm looking at. That's where I'm looking at.
Not wrong.
I can't disagree with that. All the things that Sam Presti has been able to do, stockpiling draft picks, making movements in free agency, I think have been on the verge of genius. I think anybody that you ask, players, former players, current players, all rave, even former GMs, about the way he's gone about it. The lack of championships, though, that is a major thing. That's why I think this has to be the moment, doggy. Like, there are no more excuses right now, regardless of the fact that you ran into the reigning MVP. They got swept last year. This is the moment where it's either now, I mean, it could be, you could get it in the years coming, but, like, this is your moment now.
They have to win this series. Yeah, because last year they lost in this round too. They won 68 games against a Denver team that did not finish great, played on Saturday night, had to fly to Oklahoma City, and they blow a 9-point lead in the last 4 minutes. There is no excuse. OKC, no, Steve's right. Presti lives with the accumulation of talent, like Morey with Philly. Where are the rings?
Yeah.
Win the series.
They need to win tonight.
Oh, by the way,
back to Denver,
I forgot.
and there's an altitude issue. Go ahead.
I forgot to add, Chris Paul was there too.
Yes, he was.
The man gets you talent, but he doesn't close. If it's anybody else, we're saying, when are you going to close?
Yeah.
Good point.
Now or never. All right, coming up on First Take with George Pickens packing his bag for Dallas. What does this trade mean for Dak Prescott? And what does it mean for Aaron Rodgers? Ryan Clark back with us for that one. And then the Celtics missed 45 threes in their Game 1 loss to the Knicks. Can't miss reaction from Tim.